Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Darrell Brooks saga. On today's episode, we're going to continue with the cross-examination of Darrell Brooks. But before that, I just want to apologize. I didn't upload a video yesterday, and that was because, as some of you may know, I work 50 hours a week, Monday to Friday, and sometimes I have to get out of town. So yesterday I had a one-day trip across the state. So I was kind of tired and I couldn't record, but I apologize for that. I'll try to make it up with 2 videos one of these days. So I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys. I thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, but yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time. All right, let's get into the video.
Any questions for this witness, sir?
Yeah.
Right off the bat, he's so disrespectful. Yup. What kind of answer is that? Say yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Would you happen to be on duty today, right now, if you weren't testifying?
Yes.
And so right now you...
Yes, the part of a job of a police officer is to get in testify in court. That's his job.
Would it be fair to say that you are on the clock?
That's what he said.
Yes.
So on the clock, would it be fair to say that you're getting paid right now?
Yes.
Would that be for your testimony or just because you would be on the clock otherwise?
These would be my normal work hours right now.
So you're being paid to testify right now as we speak?
Objection.
Grounds.
Asked and answered.
Grounds.
He may answer.
Yes.
The officer is so nice. He's like, just, yeah, I get paid to do this. It's part of my job.
Any idea why you would be getting paid to testify?
Because these are my normal work hours. This is when I'm working and been subpoenaed by the state to be here.
So the state's paying you to testify?
The city of Franklin is paying me.
To testify?
These are my normal work hours.
So testifying in open court is part of your duties as an officer?
Yes.
Yes.
So you've done this more than just this time then, would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And each time you were paid to do so?
Yes.
You made mention to the state of Wisconsin.
He never made mention of the state of Wisconsin. He just mentioned the city of Franklin. What? And also, this line of questioning is really dumb, because he's trying to say that because he gets paid by the state, that he has a conflict of interest against Darrell Brooks because the state is paying him to testify. That is not how it works, Brooks. He has to tell the truth about what happened, no matter what, and it's part of his job to be there.
Is that who you were subpoenaed by?
Yes.
Do you recall by whom?
No.
You were in fact subpoenaed though, would that be fair to say?
He said
Yes.
And you don't recall by whom the subpoena was delivered to you? The name on the subpoena?
No.
So would it be fair to say that upon being subpoenaed, you were in touch with the state of Wisconsin?
Specifically, Waukesha County DA's office.
Do you recall who those interactions were with?
Not specifically.
So it'd be fair to say you had an interaction with the Waukesha County District Attorney's Office, but don't recall who you spoke with?
I spoke with a group of people from the DA's office.
Do you remember anyone by name?
One of the people was the gentleman, the DA at the table.
Let the record reflect that the witness made a hand gesture towards the prosecution table and identified attorney Wichow.
Objection.
The record will so reflect.
Why are we doing this? Again, he's trying, and this is not for anyone but the jury. Remember, he's trying to convince the jury that he is innocent, that, well, not innocent, that he is being framed by the state to say that he did all of this, that everyone is a conspiracy against him, a big conspiracy. The entire state is against Darrell Brooks, and he has to make this kind of question so the jury knows that the officer is biased against him.
So you knew that it was a strong possibility that you would be called to testify then, I'm assuming. That'd be fair to say?
Yes.
Did you seek to testify in any way?
I don't understand the question.
Were you actively seeking to testify? Like, did you, on your end, did you reach out and volunteer testimony?
After the incident, I did complete a report of what I saw that day and gave it to the Waukesha Police Department.
So after that report that you submitted, you didn't follow up on what was happening in the matter at that point?
No.
So it'd be fair to say after you gave your report on the incident, you just went back to work and continued your normal duties. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you follow much in the aftermath of the matter at that point after you submitted your report?
Not really.
Don't recall seeing any news reports related to the incident?
I may have saw some.
You made reference at one point to, well, let me back up. Was today the first time you ever saw those exhibits, the videos and still frame photo?
No.
So you've seen that before today?
Yes.
You recall how many times?
I believe probably once a piece.
Do you recall who you were shown them by?
The
Same.
table. Yeah.
Same attorney?
Yes.
Let the record also reflect that, again, he's made a right hand gesture to the prosecution table and identified as attorney Wichow again.
No objection.
Record will so reflect.
And it wasn't again, Brooks. The time before it was with his left hand, so it's not the same.
And do you recall around what date that was? Was it recently? Was it some time ago?
It was recently.
And what would you define as recently? A few weeks, a few days, a month?
A few weeks.
And exhibit, I want to say it was 133, or maybe 132.
How are you not sure of the exhibits? You're supposed to be writing this down. If you want to ask about a specific exhibit, you need to tell it by name, by number. How are you not sure?
You recall seeing the vehicle that you saw that day going through the parade route? Would that be fair to say?
Could I see the exhibit? I'm not sure which one specifically you're referring to.
Fair.
Let's try exhibit 132. Then maybe.
Will the state put that up, please?
Yep.
For the witness only or for everyone?
For everyone.
All right, go ahead.
I don't have it on my screen.
It takes a moment. You
Okay,
should have
good.
it now. Jurors,
Yes.
let me know when you have it in the jury room.
I have it now.
No,
I really like this little piece about between Leslie and Zach. They're they have have his own notes. So they're like, no, did he say this? Yes, this. We're gonna counter with this, right? Yeah. Like they're a team. They know. They are ready for Darrell Brooks. Something that Darrell Brooks is never is. He's never ready. And when the officer has been prepared, he knows the exhibits. He knows what he's gonna talk about. He believes that is a plan against him to take him down, which no one needs that. A law student could have gone to this trial and win it. Of course, there wasn't. They are very educated and knowledgeable attorneys, so they shut it down. But it doesn't take much to be against Darrell Brooks.
I need the jurors to let me know when they get it, since there's more of a delay to the jury box and those monitors. Thank you. It's on in the jury box. Go ahead.
You made reference when shown this exhibit. You made reference to being positioned around like right in that area. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
If you could play the video from, I don't know, maybe starting at around 5 seconds.
Give me a second. I need to clear the annotation. You don't want it captured in any way, do you?
Oh no, not good.
All right.
Can you play it?
Please.
Did you see the vehicle pass the position where you were standing in that exhibit?
Yes.
You made reference to the driver of the vehicle hanging out of the driver's side window, and I think your words were, you were concerned that the driver may fall out of the vehicle. Do you recall saying that?
Yes.
Is it fair to say from that exhibit video that the driver of that vehicle is not hanging out of the window?
In that portion of the video, he is not hanging out the window.
So what portion, let me back up. In any of the exhibits that you were shown, does any of them depict the driver hanging out of the window on the verge of falling out?
No.
No, because that's one angle of what happened, Bruce. He was far away into the distance. The camera doesn't capture the moment that he's telling you, but it's still his testimony under oath is equally as evidence as the video.
What position were you in when you observed what you said as the driver hanging out of the window and you being concerned that possibly they would fall out? And where were you positioned at that time?
I would have been standing on the south side of Main Street, just west of Maple, by a few feet.
Do you know of any reason why the exhibits are not depicting what you say you saw?
That portion of the video only covers from a distance where I was. It would have been the very tail end of that. When it's going to the west, that video was probably from several hundred feet to the east of where I am. So
Several hundred feet? How would you estimate that distance?
just I know where that video is taken from and where I was standing. That's an estimate of about how far.
And you know that for sure?
It's an estimate.
It's an estimate. Thank you so much. This witness gets it. We do know he's a cop, and he can tell when someone is trying to pull a fast one on them. It's an estimation, Brooks. That means that he's not sure. He's taking a guess.
So it would be fair to say you don't know for sure.
Objection. Argumentative.
Grounds.
Sustain.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
Argumentative.
We are back to grounds for the sustain. I thought we moved past that.
Sustained as to the form of the question. Please rephrase
Would
it.
it be fair to say that in the exhibit that was just shown, that from the position that you said that you would have been positioned at, would it be fair to say that the vehicle passed that position pretty quickly?
Yes.
So how were you able to get a look at the driver if it passed your position quickly and we can see lots of people standing in that position?
When the vehicle passed by me, the vehicle at that point in time was a threat to me and my family. So I was very focused on what was going on, very focused. And it passed directly in front of me, about 10 feet away. So all my attention was directly on that vehicle. That's how I noticed that.
And also, he claims that there were a lot of people there. Yes, they were. But they were not in the middle of the street, Brooks. They were on the sidewalk with him, so they couldn't block his view of you.
And you saying it passed 10 feet in front of you?
Approximately, yes.
Does this exhibit that was just shown depict what you are saying now? That it passed 10 feet in front of you?
Yes.
So can we pull that back up?
Sure.
Exhibit 132.
It'll be shown to everyone.
Yes.
And if the jurors would let me know when it's on the screens in the jury box, please.
He's trying so hard to make him a liar. But that's not how it works with estimations, Brooks. If you show him the video and the car was, I don't know, 15 feet away from him, that doesn't prove that he's a liar. That only means that he took a guess and it was more than he guessed.
Go ahead.
You
You want it played? They have it, yeah, they confirmed. Do you want it played from a certain
Well,
spot?
I'll get to that. Just so we're clear for the record and for the jury, your position would be somewhere in here as you testified. Would that be fair to say?
No.
Correct. But
Can we pull that X down?
Hold on, let him finish. You interrupted
Okay,
him.
okay.
given the angle of this, it's very hard for me to show precisely where I am. If I can draw an X, I'm trying to draw it as far.
Use your finger.
I'm sorry,
That's okay.
like as far down here as possible. It's not right. It's not like any of these people here. It's actually because this is still, all this video here is still on the east side of Maple. I am on the west side of Maple. So when I put an X here, I am essentially, I'm going to call it way down there, several hundred feet. I'm not any of these people pictured. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make a lot of sense. It just means that you're way down the road. Like one side of the street, other side of the street. There you go.
No, it actually doesn't, but
Of course it's not gonna make sense for Darrell Brooks, and he's gonna try to force the question out.
I was referring, so I probably had it a little coming this way. So by what you're saying, you would have been approximately in this area. Would that be fair to say?
No.
Yeah.
Object to the annotation. The witness drew twice now where he was, and I think adequately explained it.
Grounds.
I'm going to sustain the objection and direct Mr. Brooks to have the witness put where the area that he was in.
Okay.
So we'll clear the annotation and go ahead. If you could do that, sir.
Yeah, I can draw with my mouse. He's all the way over there. Not here, not this guy, not this kid, not any of these people. All the way over there.
Again, it would be.
Now, did you mean to put that arrow?
I did not mean to put that arrow there.
Let's clear it again. We'll have you do it. I know it's a touchy screen, so do it again.
So you and your family were approximately in the area of where you drew the X. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Would it also be fair to say that there are quite a few people in that area?
Yes.
I still don't
Would it
get. I still can't get used to the quite a few phrase. You say a lot. Say a lot. That means the same, and it's less confusing.
Fair to say that you can see, I guess it would be some type of lights from the vehicle that passed. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Right? These
And
lights.
you estimate that where you can see those lights and where you would have positioned that is 10 feet.
Can you repeat the question?
Would you say that where you can see those lights at, that you just said that you can see, and the position that you drew yourself to be positioned in, you would estimate that that's 10 feet?
Yes.
And I'll object and move to strike. I think this is a misleading question. We're at the beginning of the video. Those taillights are not the vehicle in question.
Where did the tail lights come from then?
A different vehicle.
Zach is so great. He knows. Look at those eyes. He knows what he's talking about, unlike Brooks. So he's like, there are lights on the road. How can those lights be there if it's not me? And Zach is like, there was another car in the road. There were floats all over. I love Zach. He's great.
Oh,
So would it be fair to say that?
hold on. There's been an objection. There's been an objection. I believe the question mischaracterized the evidence. So strike the question, strike his response. Please rephrase. If you want to watch the video again to establish what you're asking, that would be fine.
Before I play, do you recall there being any other vehicles positioned by where you were standing at with your family?
Hold on. Are you talking about at the time that we're seeing this, or
At the time that we're looking at right now, do you recall any other vehicles being present, positioned where you were standing with your family?
I believe there was a vehicle to my left, which would have been immediate to my left was the group that was walking with the Catholic community of Waukesha, and just to the west of them was some sort of vehicle that was participating in the parade.
So it would have been a little bit further west.
Yes.
From your recollection, would you say that was the vehicle that you said would have been positioned a little further west?
Sir, do you mean the vehicle in the photo?
Yes, the vehicle that.
Thank you.
The vehicle in the exhibit. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just want to make sure we all understand.
Okay,
It's possible that's the vehicle.
but you don't know for sure.
No.
Can you?
Why are we suddenly talking about? It just dawned on me. Why are we talking about that car? That is pointless. That is information that we don't need. Who cares who or what that car was?
Play a little bit of it. I'll tell you when to pause. Can we bring the X off?
We can. And we will. Go ahead and play.
Pause. Would it be fair to say that it looks like the vehicle that's traveling with direction, would that be west?
Which vehicle are you referring to?
The vehicle that just drove through the middle of the screen.
Yes.
For
Would
the
it be
record,
fair-
hold on. For the record, the video was paused at 4 seconds. Go ahead.
Does the vehicle appear to be in the middle of the street? Would that be fair to say?
At that point, yes.
And would you estimate the middle of the street to be 10 feet from where you were positioned at the time?
Oh God.
No, it would be a little further than that.
And with all the people in that general vicinity, would that in any way be hard for you to focus on if you could actually see who was driving the vehicle?
Why is he trying to do this? He just said before in the question, I believe the last question that he managed to get out, he managed to get him to say that he was completely focused on the car that was the red car that was in front of him because it was a danger to his family. That's how he was able to look at the entire situation. Why are we asking this again?
No, when I gave the description, the vehicle was right in front of me and there was nobody in my way.
Do you see yourself? Did your position move closer to the vehicle, as we can see that it's in the middle of the street and you just testified to that? Did you move closer to the vehicle or did you move back from the vehicle? What did you do at that point when you noticed that the vehicle was approaching your position?
Oh, there it is. When it was approaching your position. This is not yet when he is in the position of the vehicle in front of him. Those are two different times, Brooks. At this point right now, it's in the middle of the street, no 10 feet. In a little bit, it's going to be next to him.
It happened very quickly. I don't know that I moved in any direction when the vehicle came by.
So to your recollection, you pretty much stayed where you were at?
Yes, it happened very quickly.
Right.
So it'd be fair to say that it was... Well, let me back up. What will you define as very quickly? Few seconds?
If that.
Yes.
And in a few seconds, you were able to see the driver of the vehicle hanging out of the window and almost falling and doing all that in just a few seconds?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you also made mention to the driver of the vehicle looking behind them. Do you recall saying that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, in your recollection, you witnessed the driver hanging out of the driver's side window, being concerned that they would possibly fall out of the vehicle, and looking back and continuing to drive in a straight line, all in a few seconds.
Can you repeat that question?
He's trying to say that it's too fast. A few seconds is too fast to do all that. But look at me. I'm gonna reenact what he was doing. He did this, looked back, came back, and skipped driving. How long did that take me? 2 seconds? Less? And with the adrenaline and everything going on, he probably did it faster. So it's possible, Brooks.
You were able to see, because you testified that everything happening very quickly, and then you defined that as being a few seconds. Would that be fair to say that that's what you just testified to?
Yes.
Well, you define it as a few seconds and then he agreed. It's different.
So what I'm asking is, in those few seconds, you were able to see, from your recollection, you were able to see the driver of the vehicle hanging out of the vehicle, you being concerned that the driver would possibly fall from the vehicle. Notice that the driver was looking back and continuing to drive in a straight line. You witnessed all this in a few seconds.
I would not say continue to drive in a straight line. All the rest of that, yes.
You witnessed all that in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we done with the video?
Oh yeah, we done with the video. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
We've spent around 20 minutes looking at that video and him trying to get something out of it, and we left empty-handed. Nothing advanced. The needle moved zero. It moved even less in against Darrell Brooks.
Just so we're clear for the record, the exhibit that we just watched, the driver of the said vehicle is not hanging out of the window. Would that be fair to say?
Correct.
You made reference to the make and model of the vehicle. How were you able to determine that in just a few seconds?
Given my job, I know different makes and models of vehicles, so I'm positive on the make and model.
So would you know the make and model of pretty much any vehicle that would pass you on a street?
Most, yes.
Most, but not all.
Some of the newer vehicles look very similar. Some might be a little difficult, but I'm very confident in that vehicle description.
You were able to determine that in a few seconds?
Yes.
You made mention to...
I don't understand that point either. Like, he is a cop. His job is to look at different things all the time. So he knows cars. He knows people. And you can see a car for 1 second and know what it is. Like, my favorite car in the world, it's a Mitsubishi Lancer. I love that car. And every time that I see one on the street, I don't even need, if I'm looking at the back, at the front, at the side, I know what it is. So it takes 1 second to know that.
Some mechanical problems. You believe that there may have been some mechanical problems. How were you able to come to that determination?
That was my initial concern because of the noise that the engine was making. It wasn't a normal engine noise. The RPMs were revving much higher than normal.
Can you explain to the jury what do you mean by that? The RPMs? How?
And as always, if Darrell Brooks is asking for something to be explained to the jury, it means that it needs to be explained to him. Revolutions per minute, Brooks.
How that has any bearing on the engine?
Sounds very, very high pitched. This is very different than a normal vehicle driving down the road. Very, very high pitched. It would get your attention.
And so, upon hearing that, from your recollection, you thought because of that sound that there had to be some mechanical problems going on with the engine.
I thought that there could be.
But it was your first initial thought, correct?
Correct.
Yes, because no one in his right mind is going to be driving like that in a parade. I mean, even in a normal day on the street, it's not gonna drive like that. Only a madman would.
And you were able to hear that sound and come to a conclusion that possibly there were mechanical issues all in a few seconds.
A lot runs through your mind at that point in time, yes.
And would it be fair to say, because depicting from the exhibit, that there were quite a few people in that general area, you were able to hear this engine over all the noise and chaos that was going on at that time?
Yes, absolutely.
And you can hear the engine clear over all those people?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that there were hundreds, even thousands of people present at the parade that day?
And also this point too, he has raised this point before, that there were thousands of people in the parade, so the noise was too much. No, Brooks, maybe there was in the entire parade, there were thousands, but in his specific location is hundreds at most. So it's not the same.
Hundreds for sure in my area.
Thank you.
In your general area, hundreds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that hundreds of people can get pretty loud?
Yes.
You stated that, I can't remember what side of the road you said it would be, but you made reference to an open alleyway. Do you recall saying that?
No.
No.
Do you recall if you were positioned by any cross streets?
Yes, there was an intersection just to my right with Maple Avenue.
Do you recall if it was barricaded at the time?
I believe it was, but I couldn't say for sure.
Do you recall if any law enforcement was stationed at that barricade?
I don't recall.
So it would be fair to say you don't recall if there could have been an exit out of the parade route at that time?
I don't recall.
But there was, Brooks. There was an exit. There was a street right there. And like as someone already testified before, they would just stop you, remove the barricade, let you out, and then you could be on your way. It's not an impenetrable force that doesn't let you escape. It's just a barricade, a plastic barricade.
In any of the exhibits that you were shown, and not the still frames, but the videos, 132, 133, and I think it was 134. Did you see yourself in any of those videos?
I did not.
Did you see your family members in any one of those videos?
I did not.
To back up really quick to the mechanical issue again, you made mention to sounded like the engine was sputtering. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Can you define to the jury what you mean by sputtering?
I heard noise.
Can you define to the jury what the sputtering means? It doesn't matter, Brooks. This is all nonsense by you.
Noises that sounded like almost like a popping, which at the time I didn't know what it was. I thought it was possibly mechanical related. In retrospect, it may have been impacts of the vehicle hitting things. I don't know. I don't know which it was.
It would be fair to say that based on what you testified to earlier about the RPMs and you knowing that would have something to do with the engine being louder, high pitched, I think it was what you said. It would be fair. Do you think it would be fair to say that if that is pursuant to the actual engine, how could that have anything to do with something being struck if that's engine, that's inside of the vehicle?
When you hit the outside of the vehicle, it has repercussions on the inside, Brooks. And also, it could have been part of the hood that was hitting like this. So that may have been what he heard, because the hood was loose at that point, and all the front of it was as well. So it could have been just the metal or the plastic hitting the other parts of the car.
Can you repeat the question? I'm not sure what the specific question was.
The mechanical issues that you are describing was pretty much geared towards engine trouble. Would that be fair to say? A sputtering engine, high pitch?
It was very high pitched, so it could be a mechanical thing, or it could be the engine or the transmission being like in the wrong gear, so that it's sounding much higher.
From your line of work, obviously you've been doing it for a very long time. Engine or transmission, possibly the vehicle being in the wrong gear, as you just said, could that at any time cause someone who's driving the vehicle to lose control of the vehicle?
No.
I guess it could.
It could, but it wouldn't. If that was happening, it was because you were accelerating. If you were braking, none of that would be sounding like that. That only means that you have your feet on the acceleration pedal. And how is that has to do? He's not a mechanic. He's a police officer. So how he's experiencing his work has to do anything with this?
Do you know for sure, or is that just a guess?
That's just a guess.
So you don't know for sure if that would cause, if the driver may have been stuck in the wrong gear, you're not sure if that would have caused them maybe to lose control of the vehicle at that point in time?
It could. I don't know.
From the, well, let me back up. From your recollection, do you recall there being any tints to the vehicle, like tinted windows or anything?
Why don't you say that from the beginning? He always say tints, and then he remembers that no one talks like that, and he clarifies as tinted windows. Just ask that from the get-go.
I don't recall.
Can we pull up Exhibit 9? How do you show it to everybody? Do you say publish?
It's on.
I'm sorry.
Published, yes. It is. Jury will let me know when it's in the jury box, please.
Would it be fair to say from this still shot depiction that there are in fact tinted windows of the vehicle that you identified?
And this is so precious. To me, this is one of his dumbest moments ever. He is showing again the picture of him driving the vehicle with the hood destroyed just to tell the officer, look, there's tinted windows there. He is self-snitching right there. And he doesn't realize that.
It does appear that the windows in the back are tinted.
So you don't see any tinted windows on the side too?
No.
Yes. When I mean back, I mean driver's door back.
I apologize. I didn't know what you meant by that.
Okay.
Back driver's side window and the window, the immediate window after that as well. Would it be fair to say that from this picture, there are two tinted windows that you can visibly see? Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
You can take that down.
Why do we care? Why did we see
In
that?
that Exhibit 9 steel frame, it would be also fair to say that the driver is not hanging out of the window at that point?
That is fair to say. That's correct.
To your recollection, do you know who may have took any of those videos, not the steel frames, but the videos that were shown?
No.
Were you injured in any way during the incident?
No.
Any of your family?
No.
We ran out of questions. He's going to the script again.
Do you know if anyone filed a claim in this incident?
I don't understand the question.
Filed a claim like seeking to be an injured party?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Working in law enforcement, have you at any point seen the complaint in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Overruled. He may answer if he's able.
A complaint regarding this case?
Yes.
No.
Do you know if there's a plaintiff in this case?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Plaintiff in the case?
I sustain the objection.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have to answer.
Do you even know if there's a plaintiff in this matter?
Same objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Being in law enforcement for as long as you have, are you aware that there has to be an injured party to bring a claim?
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative.
Sustained. Also misstates the law.
Look at that. Go back and watch that eye roll that he did to the judge. When he's telling him that he's misstating the law. You are, Brooks. It's not the same law. Civil law and criminal law are two different things. So you don't have to do that.
In any of your investigations during your career, were you ever made aware at any time that the state of Wisconsin can be a plaintiff in a matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Sustained.
And from your recollection, do you recall seeing any other occupants in the vehicle at the time?
Just the driver.
I don't remember seeing anyone in the vehicle other than the driver.
Were you able to get a look inside of the vehicle?
I could only see the driver. I couldn't tell you whether there was anyone else in the vehicle or not.
So it would be fair to say that you're not sure.
That would be fair.
No further questions.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any redirect?
Yes, please. Thank you, Your Honor. If we could bring 132 back up for the jury, and while we're waiting for their screens to come up, I do have some separate questions.
Go ahead.
You testified that you're getting paid today as you sit there, correct?
That is correct.
By the city of Franklin?
Yes.
Okay. State of Wisconsin's not cutting that check.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
How is that hearsay?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. You may answer.
Correct. It's just the city of Franklin's paying, no one else.
Do you get paid more money if there's a guilty verdict?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. It's not hearsay. You may answer.
No.
Direct your attention to Exhibit 132 on the screen. If we could jump ahead to maybe 3 seconds and slow it down to about 40%. One last time, I'd like you to draw an X to depict where you and your family were standing approximately.
Objection. Answered numerous times already at this point.
I'd like to
You ask it like 10 times. He wants to make sure and annotate it for the jury.
preserve this as an exhibit.
Go
since
ahead.
He's done it so many times.
Yeah.
Can we save that as Exhibit 132A and I'd move that into evidence?
Objection. Relevancy. It's been answered numerous times.
Exhibit 132 is received.
132A, I believe.
Sorry, 132A.
Thank you.
Objection.
Overruled.
We can see the red SUV in the roadway on Main Street in this portion of the video. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. At this point in the video, can you see the driver leaning his head or body out of the driver's window?
No.
Let's go frame by frame, please. And pause there. We've paused it at about 4 seconds. This is the approximate location on cross-examination where you were asked about your position and whether or not you were 10 feet from the vehicle. Do you remember that line of questioning?
Yes.
When the vehicle was 10 feet away from you, is this where it was on Main Street?
Objection.
Overruled. You may answer.
Speculative. It's clearly not 10 feet.
It would.
That's not what he's asking, Brooks. He's not asking about the distance. That's not the point. The point is where he is right now.
The jury will disregard the comment made by Mr. Brooks. It's not testimony. The witness may answer.
I don't consent to being called that name. Objection to that. For the record.
Could you repeat the question one more time, please?
When the vehicle was 10 feet away from you, is this, as it's depicted right now in the video, is this where the vehicle was at that time?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Grounds for the overrule, Your Honor.
He may answer.
The vehicle at this point would still be east of my location.
Okay. So it hasn't, at this point in the video, it hasn't reached you and your family yet.
That is correct.
Let's go frame by frame, a few more frames, please. And we'll pause there.
Just for the record, it was not paused when you asked it to, so go ahead and get back to the spot.
Okay, we're going to resume it.
It should be at 4.
So looks like the video is at 4 seconds.
Yep, we'll play from there.
And if you could just indicate, hold on, what speed you're at.
We're going frame by frame at this point.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's going to the left. Yeah, there he is. He's getting closer to the
Okay, we're
side.
paused at 5 seconds. Is the vehicle now closer to the approximate location where it was near you and your family?
Objection.
Yep.
Hearsay.
Overruled.
Yes.
You described this video camera as being several hundred feet away from your location, is that right?
Approximately.
In your opinion, if the driver's body were hanging out the window at this point in the video, could we see it on the video?
In my opinion, no.
Okay. There was a question on cross-examination about your use of the phrase open alleyway. So just to clarify, what, if anything, was between the group of the Catholic group and the south curb of Main Street as the SUV drove through that area.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
I believe
He's redirect. He can do that.
that there was nothing in that space. It would be an open space.
And you testified that you saw the SUV veer from left to right. Is that correct?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled. You may answer.
That is correct.
So I want to make sure that we're at about 40% speed here. This is still Exhibit 132. We're going to play from where we stopped, which is 5 seconds.
I lost it.
In that last portion of the video, did you see the vehicle veer from left to right?
Yes.
Okay. In your description of a mechanical problem, you talked about the engine revving in what sounded like a high gear. Is that right?
Yes.
And almost as though it were stuck in the wrong gear.
Yes.
You're not a mechanic, are you?
No.
You testified that you thought it might be possible if a vehicle was stuck in the wrong gear that the driver could lose control. You remember saying that on cross-examination?
Yes.
Based on your limited knowledge of how vehicles work, if a vehicle is stuck in the wrong gear, do you know if the brakes still work?
Based on my knowledge, I would say yes. They should still work.
Your initial opinion that there may have been a mechanical problem, that changed at some point, didn't it?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled.
It's
Yep.
his opinion, Brooks. How can that be speculative?
Why did that opinion change?
Objection leading.
Overruled. He may answer.
It changed when I saw the driver and his body language.
What was that body language? What did you see?
Objection leading.
Overruled. You may answer.
I would describe him as being in an excited state, not in a state of panic. More, again, excited or almost happy about what was going on, not panicked or scared.
That's all I have. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. You may step down.
He's so confident that he did so well during that witness, but he didn't. It only showed even further to the jury that he was there and he was the one driving the car. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and remember that you're great, that you matter, and that I'm really happy that you guys are here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.